Hello everyone, this is Rhett here from Ri3D at Purdue here to talk about the intake of our robot #Alicorn. Starting at the back of the intake, we have our wrist mechanism. This is driven by a Neo on a 3-to-1 Versa gearbox. It then drives the intake plates via this wheel, which we have bolted onto the side of our intake plate to serve as a hub. The intake plate is made out of 3/16" thick polycarb. Moving down the intake plate, we get to this Neo 550 on a 3-to-1 Versa gearbox with a 1-to-1 pulley ratio, which drives our intake shaft. The intake is made up of two different sections, these four wheels, which are our algae intake, and this wheel over here, which is part of our coral intake. Our algae intake, as I said earlier, was made of these four wheels. They will be able to spin to pull the algae in towards the robot and up and have it right on top of its bumpers. We do this so that the algae is off the ground, which allows it for easier transportation and helps to keep it more securely against the robot. Once we get the robot to the processor, the wheels will then spin in reverse and kick the algae back up and push it up over the lip of the processor into the processor. We have our coral intake. The coral intake consists of this 1/2" hex shaft as well as this wheel. The idea behind this intake, if you haven't seen some of our prototyping videos of it, is that this wheel will be spinning. We will then drive up to a coral on the ground, have it start to ride up on this hex shaft to the point where it gets to this wheel, which will then grab the top of the piece of the PVC coral and pull it up all the way up the rest of the intake spurt, as we would call it. This compliant wheel allows it to get a good amount of downforce grip onto it, as well as keep better hold of the coral once it's onto the actual coral intake. As we can see, we have another wheel serving as a hub for this intake plate over here. I believe that is all for the intake. If you have any other questions, please drop them in the YouTube comments below or over on our Chief Delphi thread. Thanks for watching. See you later.